Have you ever found something didn't just change what you do, but who you are? For some people, it's writing, sports, or even painting. For me, it's the oboe. The oboe is small, fragile, sometimes frustrating, and yet it sings. It can move hearts. I never imagined that this instrument would teach me about discipline, courage, and finding harmony, not just in music but in life. My name is John Ray F. Galindez, and I'm an oboist of the CKC Youth Symphony Orchestra. This is my story of how music helped me found my voice. So when I first joined the orchestra, I honestly felt lost. I looked around people tuning their instrument, chatting easily, confident in what they were doing. And there I was, nervous, trying to make my oboe produce a sound that didn't resemble a squeaky toy. But that first squeak, that imperfect sound, meant something. It was proof that I was starting something new. That's when I realized the first step doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. From that moment, I practiced every day, slowly. The squeaks turned into notes, and the notes turned into music. I started to fall in love with the process, frustration, and all. Playing the oboe is not easy. The reed, tiny double blade that produces sound, can break at any moment. The tuning changes with the temperature. Some days, even after hours of practice, the sound just won't come out right. But that's when I learned one of the most valuable lessons of all. Greatness isn't born from talent. It's built through patience. Every failed note taught me something new about persistence. Every cracked reed taught me to prepare. Every rehearsal taught me that small daily efforts create lasting progress. In life, like in music, the key isn't playing perfectly. It's learning to keep playing. Being part of the CKC Youth Symphony Orchestra changed me completely. Before I thought music was about standing out, but inside the orchestra, I learned it's about blending in. Every instrument has a role. The violins bring light, the percussion gives heartbeat, the brass adds strength, and the woodwinds, my family, add color and soul. We breathe together, we listen to each other, and together we create something no single person could ever produce alone. That's what harmony truly means. And I realized life works the same way. None of us were made to play solo forever. We were made to find our section, our rhythm, and our shared song. The oboe taught me more than scales and melodies. It taught me patience when things fall apart, humility when I make mistakes, and confidence to stand on stage and share what I love. It also taught me gratitude. Gratitude for my mentors, for my fellow musicians, and for the quiet moments before a performance when I realized how far I've come. Music became my language for emotion I couldn't explain. When words weren't enough, I could speak through sound. And through that sound, I discovered something even deeper. The goal of music isn't to impress, it's to express. It's about reaching hearts, not just hitting notes. There was one performance that changed me everything for me. The lights dimmed, the hall fell silent, and as the first note left my oboe, I felt something shift. It wasn't fear anymore, it was purpose. And in that moment, I understood why I played. Not for applause, not for perfection, but to remind people that even the smallest voice can carry beauty. Because the oboe may not always be the loudest in the orchestra, but when it sings, it stands out. And maybe that's how people are too. So, to anyone still searching for their voice, you don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You just have to be true. Whether your passion is music, art, teaching, or helping others. Don't be afraid to start, to fail, to sound imperfect, because that's where growth begins. And when passion finally meets purpose, you don't just make sound, you make a symphony.